Welcome back to a new video. Today's video is focused on Netflix original movie entitled You People. And the official synopsis of this movie is: a new couple and their families reckon with modern love amid cultural clashes, societal expectations, and generational differences. And before I give out my review, please like the video, dislike the video, subscribe or comment. Follow me on Instagram at The Earliest Reviews for more reviews on movies and TV shows. And I'm going to be honest for a little bit. I had low expectations when seeing the trailer and looking at everything because how things just came off as just cringeworthy or forced in a way. But after watching this movie, I was definitely surprised in many ways. This movie is definitely not perfect, predictable in many aspects, but it wasn't that bad, honestly. And I'm going to explain why. As the story focuses on a new couple who is expected to get married, and both of the people have to deal with their very different families, from Jewish, Black, African American, Muslim, and how there are different in many aspects. And honestly, the story though, it wasn't bad. Nothing really new is added to the story when it talks about modern day race relationships, interracial relationships, families, generations, social statuses, all kinds of things. Like, the story does talk about a few different important themes and topics, in my opinion. And the story honestly definitely did have a few cringeworthy moments. Some that was pretty funny, and others that was just like, uh, like there was definitely some cringeworthy moments in here. And I felt the story though, it really wasn't that bad. Another thing that I enjoyed about this movie was the performances and the star-studding cast, as there was definitely many recognizable names in here, from Jonah Hill, Lauren London, Eddie Murphy, Nia Long, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and many other names that I did not expect to see. Like, the performances in here, they weren't bad at all. Jonah Hill and Lauren London, they do pretty well together, as they come from different backgrounds, and it is just an interesting journey with them getting married, just to see how it all goes. The other performances from Eddie Murphy, Nia Long, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, they were all pretty interesting. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, her character was something else in this movie. Like, she does the most sometimes when it comes with her character, trying to seem like she's hip, she knows what's going on and things like that. Sometimes it was funny, sometimes it came off very cringeworthy. But the performances though, they were all pretty good. Nothing bad to say about it. And as previously mentioned, I did find most of the comedy in here to be somewhat funny, or to be pretty funny at times. Like, there is some cringeworthy moments that was funny, but there were definitely some moments in here that was just a little bit too cringeworthy, or just a little bit forced. Like, they were trying to prove a point, and I get it, but you don't have to shove it down our throats just to prove the point. But when it comes to some things that I did not like about this movie, honestly, the editing in here is not the best, with how some transitions were shown and done. Like, they just had special effects when transitioning from one scene to another. It wasn't like that throughout the entire movie, but it really wasn't really needed in here when you talk about what's going on in here. Another thing that I wish this movie did a little bit more of was talk about more societal differences and just race relations and differences in society today. This movie does do that a few different times, but I felt that it doesn't do it enough, quite a bit. Like, there was some scenes that I wish was talked about a little bit more, and yeah, that's all I can pretty much say about it. But I felt like You People, it's not a bad movie. It's not the best movie, but to me, it wasn't the worst that I saw of this year. Like, you have some funny moments in here, a lot of cringeworthy moments in here, Performances are good by the well-known cast, and honestly, I think this was a fine one-time watch. And I would say my rating for You People would probably be 2.5 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, and until next time.